Did you know that Americans spend over $1 trillion on non-essential items each year? That's right, billion-dollar industries thrive on our desire for more stuff. Yet, in a world overflowing with possessions, many are seeking a simpler, more meaningful life. This is where minimalism and frugality come into play. While these concepts often get mixed up, they serve different purposes. Minimalism is about living with less, focusing on what truly matters. It's a lifestyle choice aimed at reducing clutter and stress. On the other hand, frugality is about saving money and getting the best value for your purchases. It's a way to stretch your dollars and make every penny count. But here's the kicker: minimalism isn't always about saving money, and frugality isn't always about living simply. This article will explore the surprising distinctions between these two philosophies. We'll dive into unique strategies, mindsets, and even unexpected facts that reveal how minimalism and frugality can shape our lives. So, if you're ready to rethink your relationship with money and possessions, stick around. You might just find that the path to a more fulfilling life isn't about having less or spending less, it's about understanding what each philosophy truly offers. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Breaking the myth. Minimalism isn't about saving money. One of the biggest myths about minimalism is that it's about cutting costs. But in reality, minimalism isn't about spending less money, it's about spending more intentionally. Take a minimalist approach to your wardrobe, for instance. Minimalists often invest in high-quality, timeless pieces instead of chasing sales or buying trendy fast fashion. They may spend more upfront, but they believe in the long-term value of owning fewer, better things. According to The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo, minimalism is about creating joy and clarity in your life. Kondo says, the question of what you want to own is actually the question of how you want to live your life. That's a huge shift in mindset. Instead of focusing on saving money, minimalists focus on living with less, but more meaningfully. On the other hand, frugality is all about maximizing value and cutting costs wherever possible. A frugal person might shop at thrift stores, buy secondhand, or clip coupons to stretch their budget. While both minimalism and frugality may lead to owning less, the motivations are very different. Chapter 2. The frugal art of resourcefulness. Frugality is more than just pinching pennies. It's about being resourceful and making the most out of what you have. According to a 2019 study by the Bureau of Economic Analysis, Americans waste nearly 40% of the food they purchase. A frugal strategy here would involve meal planning, freezing leftovers, or turning scraps into soups or compost. These small habits not only save money but also reduce waste. One creative frugality tip is to embrace DIY solutions. For instance, rather than spending money on expensive home decor, many frugal people find creative ways to repurpose old furniture or household items. You can turn an old wooden ladder into a bookshelf or use leftover fabric to make new curtains. It's all about seeing value in what you already own. In contrast, minimalists might not take the same DIY approach. Instead of reusing or repurposing, they often aim to eliminate unnecessary items altogether. They might donate, sell, or recycle things they no longer need. While minimalists focus on simplifying, frugal individuals focus on stretching the usefulness of every item. Chapter 3. The pursuit of less versus the hunt for deals. Minimalism is often about owning less, but not necessarily spending less. The focus is on reducing clutter and only keeping things that serve a purpose or bring joy. As Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, puts it, minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of anything that distracts us from it. Minimalists tend to focus on quality over quantity. Frugality, on the other hand, is more about finding the best value for your money. Frugal people may still enjoy shopping, but their goal is to get the best deal. That could mean buying in bulk, using coupons, or waiting for a sale. According to a study from Statista, 57% of U.S. shoppers in 2020 admitted to using coupons to save money regularly. Frugality doesn't necessarily mean buying less, it means being smarter about when and how you buy. Another interesting strategy in frugality is embracing the buy nothing movement. Communities like Buy Nothing groups encourage people to give away items they no longer need and take items for free from others. This aligns with the frugal mindset of resourcefulness, getting what you need without spending a dime. Minimalists, on the other hand, are more likely to avoid these types of transactions if they don't really need the item. They're not hunting for the best deal because they're not focused on acquiring more. If you're finding this content useful, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more insights on minimalism and frugality. Chapter 4. Experiences over stuff? How both philosophies clash when it comes to experiences versus material items. Minimalism and frugality take different paths. Minimalism tends to put more weight on experiences over possessions. Many minimalists believe that experiences, like travel or spending time with loved ones, offer more long-term value than buying new stuff. As Joshua Fields Milburn, co-author of Everything That Remains, says, "Love people, use things. The opposite never works." That's why you'll see minimalists investing in memorable vacations or outings rather than the latest tech gadget. The goal isn't necessarily to save money but to prioritize what brings lasting happiness. In fact, studies show that people tend to feel happier when they spend money on experiences rather than objects. A 2014 study published in Psychological Science found that experiences provide more enduring satisfaction than material purchases because they form a key part of our identity. Frugality, however, doesn't always place as much emphasis on experiences over things. While frugal people may also value experiences, their focus is often on getting the most bang for their buck, whether that's from an experience or a product. For instance, a frugal traveler might look for ways to maximize rewards points, find the cheapest flight, or stay in budget accommodations. This isn't about having fewer experiences, it's about making sure they cost less. It's important to note that frugality doesn't mean you're giving up on luxury. Some frugal individuals travel the world in style by leveraging credit card rewards, travel hacking, and other cost-saving strategies. In contrast, minimalists might take fewer trips but focus on making those experiences more meaningful, even if they're not budget-friendly. Chapter 5. Frugality's Secret Weapon. Patience, not purging. If you've ever read about minimalism, you've probably heard a lot about purging, getting rid of the things you don't need. Minimalists aim to clear out the clutter, sometimes in dramatic ways. Think of the KonMari method by Marie Kondo, which emphasizes only keeping things that spark joy. Minimalists often purge immediately, believing that clutter distracts from what's truly important. Frugality, on the other hand, values patience over purging. A frugal person may hold on to things, not because of sentimental value, but because they might come in handy later. In fact, many frugal experts recommend waiting at least 30 days before making a major purchase. This cooling-off period can prevent impulse buying and ensure you're making thoughtful, money-saving decisions. There's a psychological benefit to waiting as well. A 2019 study by the Journal of Consumer Research found that delaying purchases often leads to more satisfaction and less buyer's remorse. Frugal individuals know that waiting for sales, comparing prices, or even buying secondhand can result in significant savings. They don't rush to get rid of things because they understand that what's not useful today could have value tomorrow. Another key strategy is buying off-season. Frugal shoppers often wait to purchase seasonal items, like winter coats in spring, when they're deeply discounted. While minimalists are more likely to invest in one high-quality item when they need it, frugal shoppers will hold out for the right deal. It's a different kind of patience, one driven by financial savings. If you enjoyed this exploration of minimalism and frugality, don't forget to subscribe for more insights, tips, and tricks on living a simpler, more intentional life.